High school hockey tournament is underway at the Target Center this week, but a group of Hmong children in St. Paul has been enjoying the thrills and spills of hockey all winter long. They are part of a new program to teach members of the Hmong culture an appreciation for hockey. And as Carol Evans Boyd Hoopert reports, some predict strapping on the skates will change the course of their lives.
Baseball may be America's pastime, but hockey is Minnesota's passion. Mariucci, Nanny, and Broughton, names that help build Minnesota's raucous hockey tradition. But away from the crowds this November day in St. Paul.
What's your name?
More than one culture's traditions are changing.
Is that Yang or Vang?
Too small? What size shoe do you have?
Yeah, you have to separate the Vangs and the Yangs and the Zhangs and the Vus and kind of get mixed up. Okay, you're set, Yang. Down the road.
Like most of the Hmong children here this Saturday morning, Pania Vang will be on skates for the first time in her life.
There we go.
60 kids from a culture with no hockey.
Ready, Pania?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Who right about now will become close acquaintances with the ice.
It's a lot of fun skating in this.
All right, go out there and have fun, bud.
Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher, his staff and volunteers will spend the next 3 months making hockey players of Pania and her friends. It's easy to understand why they're charmed by these faces.
Good job, good job.
But they're here because of these.
You can't go through your life and arrest thousands of bad guys and incarcerate them, put them to jail, watch them go through the system, and at some point not say to yourself, okay, there has to be another way to combat this problem.
Gangs and crime have exacted a heavy toll in St. Paul's still growing Hmong community.
Robbery, burglary, auto theft.
This young man is typical. Gang member at 13, middle school dropout at 14, and in juvenile detention not long after that.
Crime was like having breakfast. You wake up, that's what you look forward to.
And it's not just the crime. The Ramsey County Sheriff's Department has created a task force specifically to look for runaway Hmong kids.
She's on the run again. Have you seen her?
Hundreds, it's estimated, are missing.
These kids, they're being raped, they're being prostituted, they're getting involved in gangs.
Hundreds of others have stopped going to school.
Police.
The Sheriff's Department tracks them down, too.
How old are you? 14. Supposed to be in school today?
Escorting them from their homes.
We're coming to take you to school.
Rousing them from neighborhood hideouts.
Is there anybody else at home?
5702 Heather Ridge Drive.
So the symbolism was hard to miss when the Sheriff's Department began dispatching its inmate transport vans to take Pania and her teammates to hockey practice. Picking them up now, it's hoped, will keep them out of these vans later.
You learn through trial and error that if we started too late with a child, it was tough to change their behavior. We lost them. So we went back and said, hey, let's start with their younger brothers and sisters.
Pania is a perfect example. She's the youngest of 12 kids. An older brother spent time in prison. An older sister was a runaway. Yet like many Hmong parents, Pania's mother refused for years to allow her children to participate in sports. Pania's sister Pachu.
I remember when I wanted to join soccer, girls don't play ball. They especially go kickball. What are the other parents going to say about us? What kind of girl we are raising?
Their common attitudes carried from their native Laos, where Hmong children were kept busy with farm and housework, with neither time nor need for extracurricular activities.
We are people who love kids. We do not want them to get their arms broken or get hurt in any way. That is why we don't let them go.
Despite her mother's concerns, Pania was given permission to skate, given the chance to be part of a team, a chance to belong, a chance to learn.
It starts with the first word.
Because to earn the privilege to skate, the children must also read.
One day in 1892.
Twice a week after school, they go to a tutoring program also set up by the Sheriff's Department. And And so it happened on a recent high school hockey night that a van pulled up in front of Aldridge Arena.
We gotta get going.
Young skaters often play for the crowd between varsity periods,
All right, you guys.
but never before in Minnesota were there novice hockey players quite like these.
The Ramsey County Sheriff's Mighty Ducks hockey program.
A generation ago, they were a people who had never seen snow. Tonight, they are mastering Minnesota ice.
Nice job.
Tonight, Pania Vang can echo the words of generations of Minnesota kids.
I like to play hockey.
Welcome, Pania, to a Minnesota tradition. Boyd Hoopert, Care 11 News, St. Paul.
The Ramsey County Sheriff's Department needs more volunteers for its tutoring program. If you can help, here's the number, 651-266-9355. Not often I make a comment on a story, but congratulations to Bob Fletcher for starting that program.
Absolutely.
It was an interesting story to watch, and obviously it's helping those kids.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Not that he's busy enough, you know, doing
Yeah,
what he does
exactly,
anyway.
yeah.
He does this too, so that is great.